My name is Ash Barron and I'm a cinematographer. Well, I guess it all started at uni. I went in knowing that I wanted to make films, and then someone showed me a camera while I was in my third year, or going into my third year, and sort of never looked back. And since then I just sort of figured out the path, or where the final destination is and how to get there. Be fearless, I guess, I find myself saying that a lot these days. I think they're the obvious things, like be fearless, persevere, all that sort of thing. But I think they're cliches for a reason. I think the people that, when you go, I wouldn't want to do that because, what they don't want to hear from me anyway. It's like that's the sort of thing that will really impede on your progress. So I think just figure out where you want to go, how you're going to get there, and just do it. I think it's so easy to, particularly when you're working for yourself, to get disillusioned or not have the motivation. But I think that just knuckle down and do it and constantly learn. I think it's so, and relearn. Don't just think that just because you've learned how to use this light or you've learned how to this technique, come back to it. Every day I still read something about physics of light because it's just a reminder, or you'll pick up something that your brain didn't feel was necessary back then. So quite frankly, the camera overall is not the thing that's going to make your film good. It's going to be the person behind the camera, and that's even secondary. It's going to be the script that makes a good film. I've seen stuff shot that not on anything fancy, but the story's so good that you're in it. Your performances are amazing. That's why for me I'd rather put the budget in front of the camera. For me, cameras are all about, it's like film stocks. It's like what works for the story you're trying to tell, the parameters you're working in. We were shooting in very small environments. We were shooting on the movie. We needed to be nimble. There were so many different factors involved in the decision, and obviously on a budgetary reason, it was cheaper for the director to buy two red Scarlets than it was to buy one, Alexa or something like that. So, all that. But I do think that it all is about the story you're trying to tell and the parameters that you're working with and making that work for you, and knowing ultimately how to handle your format. If I've seen stuff shot on the Alexa that's been awful, and I've seen stuff shot on, a phone that's been great. I'm not necessarily saying one is better than the other, but I think that if you know how to handle your format and you have a good story to tell, you're going to be fine. So.